We're going to have 10 minutes for the 450 podium. His first podium of the season, Rockstar Energy Husqvarna's Jason Anderson. And second podium of the season for HRC Honda's Cole Seeley in second place. And here at round 6 in Arlington, Texas, the first career victory, a long time coming for Red Bull KTM's Marvin Musquin. Jason, good ride. It seems like you have good performances when weird things happen earlier in the day. We'll go back to your first victory at Anaheim with the qualifying thing, and then today you had the loop out and a couple flips from the bike, but then you rebound in the main event, have a good solid performance, and you come around in third place. So a good turnaround for you.
Yeah, for sure. My practice day was good.
Yeah.
I went into that heat race, and then Mookie took a digger, and his bike went up in the air, and shoot, I just got like clothesline and looped out. My bike was in the other section. So to come back from that and end up on the podium I'm super psyched. It feels like it's been a while, and it's cool to be on the podium, and I want to stay up here. So it's good.
Well, congratulations. Second place, Cole Seeley. Cool, calm, and collected. Good, solid main event. Second place, getting closer to that victory. I know you want it real bad. What's it going to take to move up one more step on the ladder for you?
I think just keep doing what we're doing, really. I mean, it's definitely working. We're definitely figuring this new bike out for sure. The team's done an awesome job, and really got to hand it off to Andrew Short. He's been awesome with testing and helping me stay mentally strong while I'm out there. And obviously my riding coach, Jeff Ward, I think we're just putting in the time, and it's paying off.
Well, congratulations. Good ride.
Thank you.
Marvin Musquin, the moment you've been waiting for a long time. We'll go back to Atlanta. One lap to go. You were so close you could taste it. You come into this one, the track's slick, you're in lap traffic. How nervous were you, and were you counting the time, the stopwatch every single second?
Well, actually, I was super calm. I was, trying to stay relaxed and not put any pressure on myself. I had a great start, and then I was basically pacing myself with the guys behind. I mean, pacing myself. I was obviously trying hard, but I was like looking behind, and the gap was pretty good. I mean, Cooper was behind, and then I guess he crashed, and then I was looking at Cole. He was in second place, and I was just doing my things, and doing my laps, and like I said, stay really calm, and it happened. I mean, I didn't make any big mistakes, and I stayed on my bike, and last year in Atlanta, I had the pressure with Ryan Dungey behind me, and today I was just like pretty much by myself. So it's kind of not weird, but it's definitely more relaxed. So I think if I would have won Atlanta last year, it would have been maybe even more crazy than today. You know what I mean? With the pressure of Ryan behind. But today it was definitely more relaxed. But I'm really happy.
Congratulations. Your finish moves you into second place behind your teammate. And with that, we'll open up the floor to questions. Please, name and media affiliation.
Ryan McPherson with Solution to Mex. This question goes to all three of you gentlemen. Is there any particular obstacle throughout the course this evening that perhaps made you hold your breath as you were approaching it or anything?
Yeah, for me at least, the whoops, the second set in particular. And then I could see Marvin picking his front wheel up and doing something crazy in there. I knew that's how he was gapping me there. But so I just did my best impression of what I thought he was doing, and it actually ended up being really quick. So it was, I'd say that was the hardest part for me.
This rhythm section right here on the side, there was like different ways you could do it. You could go like double three, and in the main it was super tough. And then obviously the whoops broke down, and Marv always jumps through it. It's the French way to do it, I guess. And for me, I was just blitzing them, and it's like those edges are gnarly. So it was the track was tough. It was technical for sure.
Yeah, I think the whoops, like they said, it was they were actually. Decent size in practice, but they definitely broke down, and we're able to jump through, and that's the way I like to do it, and I know I can be really consistent when I do those kind of things. So it was fun, but like it got choppy before, like in the turn. So, and when you jump, you really have to land it like nice and precise, because if you land sideways or you come up short in one of the whoops, it can be pretty sketchy, and a lot of crashes during practice, as you could see. And other than that, it was definitely a good track, but not narrow, but like really tight actually. Like that big triple right there, and then we're going inside and like a really tight turn, and it was technical but really hard to pass, I think.
Michael Antonovich with Trans World Motocross. All three of you guys had a really good main event, but for a lot of other guys, it was madness. I mean, there was a lot of guys pulling into the pit, repeated crashes. Are you aware of any of that while you're out there, or are you caught up at all?
Well, as everyone knows, my starts are the greatest. So the whole time as I was coming through the pack, I saw almost every single thing happen. With Cooper, I don't know what happened. Like it looked like a bike issue, and then Tomac, pushed the front end off on the landing of the triple. So it was crazy, in the back of the pack. And then, yeah. And then we were like, I don't know what happened to Tomac, but we ended up lapping him. So you're just like, it was madness, and lucky to survive it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, obviously what happened with Cooper, I didn't know if he got a flat or whatever, but obviously something happened. So that's really the only one I was aware of. I kind of caught a glimpse of Tomac's steel in the corner of my eye when he went down. But yeah, it was like you're kind of almost riding at like 80%. And then if you could try and push it, it was really a risk of, am I going to make up a tenth or two, or am I going to lose half a second to a second by making a huge mistake? So it was definitely, it was like an ice rink out there. It was really slick.
Yeah, I think it's all about the dirt, I think. Like we said, the whoops, but also the turns. They got some good ruts, but it started to get choppy and a little icy. You could see some shiny spots, and some of the, like in some spot you could get really good tractions, but underneath it would get super hard. So you really had to be careful. And I think when you're trying to pass some guys, you're trying a little too hard sometimes, and you make mistakes. And I think the whoops were like also the dirt got super hard and maybe a little bit rocky and some rocks, I think, but it was pretty sketchy. Yeah.
Steve Giberson with Vital MX. The other bit of chaos that we had out there was the restart. Did any of you benefit greatly from the restart compared to where you were?
For me, I was way back before because I didn't have such a good gate pick. So, it sucks to see someone, go down, but the restart definitely helped me. I definitely would have been like 8th or 9th if it wasn't for that. But, it sucks. You don't ever want to see, a red flag. But, yeah.
I definitely did, and I was second when the red flag went out. And I was super bummed. I mean, JB's one of my best friends, so it's tough seeing another rider and especially somebody you're close with go down. So it was tough for sure. But yeah, I definitely didn't. It actually made me mad. Like when we started the second time, I got like a 5th or 6th place start, and I was like so pissed off that I it was super aggressive to get back into 3rd or 2nd or whatever.
Yeah, for me, I was not in the back, but like middle pack, and I didn't get a great start. So obviously, when I saw the red flag, it's like Jason said, it's bummed for whoever crashed, and that was Justin Brayton, and hopefully he's okay. But when that happened, and you kind of try to stay calm, and you're like, okay, that you have a second chance, basically. So, and I made it happen, and definitely helped me tonight.
Kristen Slack, Motocross Performance. We're now 6 rounds in, having timed races, the 20 minutes, with a few rounds being more than the 20 laps you're used to. How is that kind of affecting, for all of you, kind of your mentally where you are, where you used to be counting laps, counting down, and now you're worried about time, and we're some going way over 20 laps?
Yeah, this tonight was gnarly because I looked up at the clock and it said like 7 minutes, and it's kind of weird because the laps are a lot shorter compared to the West Coast, some of those baseball stadiums, and I felt like once I saw 7 minutes, we still did like 10 laps, So it's different, but at the end of the day, we're all gonna be the same. I mean, sometimes it sucks, sometimes you're doing like the track gets a little bit gnarlier, but at the end of the day, we all work hard. We're gonna be up there.
Yeah, it's. I think the biggest thing is just staying focused for that many, repetitive laps. It's just so, I don't know, so repetitive, and you kind of get almost bored, like seeing the same thing so many times. But like Jason said, I mean, that's how we train. That's what we train for, and we all have to do the same thing.
Yeah, I guess tonight we did a lot of laps. I don't know how many, but over 20, that's for sure. So it was definitely, it felt long because you do more than 20 laps. And we used to do 20 laps. And yeah, at the end, we've been doing 20 minutes and that's it. So, I mean, that's it. It's all the time the same. So yeah, I also look at the clock and it was like five minutes to go. And usually you're like, oh, you're almost done, you know? So, I mean, with laps, like, so tonight it was definitely more laps, but I mean, it's now I think we get used to it now. We look at the clock and we kind of guess and just finish the motor, I guess.
Ryan McPherson once again with Solution MX Radio. Guys, a couple years back, you turned the page. Y'all were all the rookies coming in this class. Y'all are all now on the podium. What's changed over the past couple of years for yourselves, and how has y'all's confidence changed? Go ahead, Marvin.
Well, actually, tonight when I see the podium, I'm pretty happy to see Jason and Cole. I mean, on the 450 class, we've been a couple times on the podium, and Cole one main event. But like, yeah, tonight to be together on the podium, it's pretty cool, and it proved that we've been working hard, and anything can happen with good starts and safe main event and consistent. So. Yeah, I proved that I was one of the fastest in practice, but like last weekend I got 9th and I was one of the fastest guy, and so it proved that anything can happen and you got to put everything together, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So that's definitely a tough sport, and but that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah, like Marvin said, I feel like for us three, our journey to, becoming, 450 podiums, a little bit different, So as far as, Marvin doing like the, World Championship and coming over here, and then me, took a little time, in the 250 class. So it's cool to see all of us, work hard and be up here, and, it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool to see these guys up here for sure. I mean, I'm not that young compared to these guys, but I'm only my third year in the 450 class. But I mean, it's just, I don't know. Our teams have a lot invested in all of us, and I think it's good to show those guys that it's paying off for sure, and that we're the future of Supercross, motocross, whatever it may be. Not saying that the older guys aren't still fast. That's for sure.
Basically, is it working? I was gonna say basically we're just hyping each other up.
I wanted to say you kind of make me feel old because you said it's been a long time coming. So I felt like I've been trying for 10 years, but yeah, that's what I said. But yeah, I've been racing here for many years, but I know what you said.
Marvin, the reason for that was to see the look on your face at Atlanta, and to see the look on your face tonight to capture victory. And I know it was very important to you, and congratulations. You gentlemen are putting on a hell of a show. There was 57,800 people in the AT&T Stadium here tonight. We'll take the tour to Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's going to conclude the official press conference here from AT&T Stadium.